tell you what, I'm fucking tired these days. This month has been crazy for me. I've been absolutely everywhere. Yeah, what else have I been? I've just been up to absolutely loads this month. Let me just I've had some really good successes this month as well. Okay, so this is something I was going to talk about. I like doing the live events. A bunch of them have pulled out, which is annoying, but I'm sure I'll be able to find ones that don't. The problem is that in Manhattan, it costs the fucking earth. So the one in Manhattan, it's going to cost 5 figures for me to be able to put on this show. And it's like, right, okay. The thing is, I'm like, you know, if you look at like any of the plays and anything like that, you know, they're all hundreds of dollars. You know, like when Jordan Peterson goes to speak, charges like $250, and it's like, I'm not Jordan Peterson, don't get me wrong, but there's no getting around it, right? This month has been a really unprofitable month for me. I've lost a lot of money. I like doing all this stuff, but I don't think I can. I don't think financially I can actually carry on doing it, which is a real shame. And I really like meeting everyone. It's really nice, but I just can't afford it. It's really annoying. I mean, a lot of it's to do with the lawsuit that's going on, which is costing me an unbelievable amount of money, as lawsuits do. And so I'm just in this position where it's like, shit, I don't know what to do, you know. And I guess I come from a different world, you know, but it just seems like a huge amount of money. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, if I'm going to put on this event, then I'm going to have to charge a silly amount of money for people to come. Sorry, I'll get the super chats up so I don't miss any. Okay, this is the thing, right? So, travelling, I didn't realise how much all of this was going to cost. But there are also loads of other costs incurred that I didn't really think about until the end of this month, I guess. You know, it's things like just a taxi to get to the hotel and stuff like this. That can be like $30. And then if you do this like 2 or 3 times in a couple of days, suddenly you're spending hundreds of dollars on taxis, and then you've got to eat. And you know, you've got to eat in restaurants and stuff, and that's not cheap.
You've got to eat in restaurants and stuff, and that's not cheap.
And it's just things like this, and like roaming credit. If I want to be able to order a taxi, I have to have credit on my phone, so that costs money. It's like, and so once you start adding all this shit up, you're like, shit, this is really expensive. I just want to make it, you know, make you guys aware that I don't have like any patrons. I've got my Patreon obviously, but I don't have like, you know, like the Mercers aren't funding me, you know. I mean, like, I bumped into a guy when I was in California who does something similar to this, and he was like, "Well, you've got 800,000 subscribers, right? You should be a millionaire." I was like, "I'm broke, actually." What?
Just cause the world don't have it, don't mean you can't have it.
And so I don't know what to do. You know, I don't know what to do. So I mean, I guess. I mean, really, what I should do is what everyone else is doing, and take paid sponsorships. I really don't want to, though. But I'm at the point now where it's like, look, okay, if I want to carry on doing stuff like this, then I'm going to have to fund it some way. Or I can just stay at home and not have the expenses.
Or I can just stay at home and not have the expenses.
But there's going to be no choice if I want to carry on, because it turns out that doing stuff IRL is fucking expensive. G'day, Sargon, come to Australia for a talk, mate. Mate, I don't know how much it costs to get to Australia. I mean, it's like $2,000 for my flight over there or something like that. And then, I mean, with all of the costs incurred, I was talking to Sean the other day, and it's like, right, okay, so this is going to be 5 figures. It's like, shit. Unless I can find some sort of billionaire patrons or something who want to finance what I'm doing, then I don't know what options I have.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming.
So I might just have to stop. But it's just like, I want to, if it's not viable, it's not viable, you know? And every month you have to pay a lawyer. And my lawyer's been very, very good and affordable, but it's got to the point where now I just have no money. But I can't live under the delusion that I can do like public activism and, you know, attend events and things like that and not have some kind of way of financing it. I can't live in this sort of delusion anymore. Yeah, so writing a book is definitely an option that I have. I mean, I could write a book on a bunch of things.
I can dream as long as I want to.
I just don't know exactly what I would write a book on. I don't want to feel that money is influencing me, you know? Because I would like to be able to do a lot more than I can do. I mean, you know, if you happen to know any billionaires who think that I'm doing good work and they might want to help me, let me know. You know, let them know that I'm open to talking to a patron or something. By the way, I've put a link to paypal.me/Sargon of Akkad in the description of this. If you want to help me out, that's better because YouTube takes 30% of super chats. So if you just want to help me out, then just donate on PayPal. It's easily the best way. Thank you.
If God is speaking to you to sow $1,000 seeds tonight, I want to lay hands on your envelope as you bring it forward. Now, precious people, I do not want you passing offering buckets. I want the people to bring their seed to me and put it in my hand. If you put it in that bucket, you're going to lose it. But if you put it in my hand, you're going to gain something from heaven tonight.